What's going on YouTube? It's JD with JD's Wraps. Another week, another Tesla wrap. Coincidentally, this is going to be the last wrap of the year for 2022. I had a couple other jobs scheduled, but you know, it just made, I talked to the client to see if they'd be willing to switch things around, and they were. So, you know, it gives me an opportunity to take a little bit of time off, get in some golf, you know, do taxes, things like that. So we're excited for that, but this is the last wrap. And it couldn't be a cooler way to finish. This is actually a straight up Christmas present. So a guy is giving it to his wife. She doesn't know she's getting a Tesla. She doesn't know that it's been wrapped, let alone psychedelic. Probably one of the crazier colors that you can put on a car. So yeah, what I figured I would do this time is, this Tesla was white, and I want to kind of show off some of the areas of the wrap, kind of go in deep on what I did, but also highlight some of the areas that are going to be the most difficult to hide, and also areas that you should take note of if you're going to be wrapping a white Tesla. Obviously, if you're wrapping a black Model Y, you know, you could pretty much get away with a lot of stuff, not really having to do disassembly, things like that. But in order to do a quality job on a white car, you really have to go above and beyond. So we'll kind of take you in deep and look at some of the things that I did in order to give this almost a totally painted look from the outside. You'd be really hard pressed to look at this from the outside and be able to immediately tell what color it is, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the videos. Let me know if you have any questions, but without further ado, let's kind of take it in deep and see what we did here. All right, so the first place we'll take a look at is going to be the hood. As you can see from the outside, no white showing through from any angle. So this is relatively straightforward. You just have to wrap deeper in two spots. One is going to be the fender. So you need to kind of take note of this, that you're making sure to get all the way down. The fender actually ends in a really nice spot. It gives you kind of a hard edge that you can put your knifeless tape on. But as you can see, the white is eliminated. And then here, it's not just a matter of wrapping down to the kind of the body line where it transitions. You actually have to go in about a ½ inch. You can see how it goes in. If I didn't wrap that, you'd be able to see white from the outside. So those are the areas around the hood. And let's take a look over here. So in order to get in deep here, you either have to be, you know, really good with kind of like a micro squeegee, or you can loosen up the fender a little bit. I kind of do both. And so what you actually have going in here is an inlay that runs in about 1 inch to 1.5 inches down into this gap. And then I wrap the A-pillar piece on top of it. You can kind of see the edge of the inlay right there. But this allows you to get 100% coverage, and you can see how far it goes down in there. And this is a major area on any Tesla that kind of separates a basic install from a quality one, because as you can see, this just looks, this is the money shot right here. You don't see any white, can't even tell what color it is. So pretty straightforward there. Next part is going to be the door handles. So you have this plastic that runs right there. Even if you cut on that plastic, you will still be able to see white. So you have to get probably at least a couple of millimeters of film under there. I just run an inlay going through this entire thing. Just a little piece basically of film, maybe about a ½ inch or so, and then I'll run knifeless tape on this edge just to make sure that everything comes out clean. But we do put an inlay there on all 4 door handles. Gives it a really nice look. Rear quarter panel. You want to at least go in about 1 inch or so. If you go in any shorter than that, you will see some white, but I usually go in about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Did the trunk in one piece on this. Came out super sick. Wrapped all the badges in black. You will need to wrap the full trunk here. So I did this in 2 pieces, with the back piece being the first piece, the back piece being this piece, and then the main piece going over top. But without wrapping the whole thing here, you will be able to see white when the trunk is closed and you're driving behind the car. So that's very important. Otherwise, that pretty much concludes. This is a very important cut. This goes back really far and isn't necessarily even. You can see how this bows out a little bit. If you don't get enough film back there, you will see white. So that's another area. Remove the chrome trim all around the car. That really helps. But yeah, those are pretty much the focus spots. So if you're getting ready to wrap one of these, you're gonna wanna totally gut the front bumper, because it's gonna be impossible. See how you can see through the fog light right there, and it goes back about a ½ inch? And I mean, it'll be pretty hard to do that cleanly and to get it in there. So you're gonna wanna remove that stuff. This thing is kind of a pain in the ass to cut against. So unless you're like perfect with your knife, you probably end up with some white showing. So those are the areas there. This thing as well, you want to wrap that in 2 pieces. If you try to just wrap this with your main bumper piece, you are going to be able to see white as well. So those are kind of the main focus areas. But with that being said, let's look at this shift. This is the most popular color that people wrap their Teslas with, and it's insane. I think the base color is like a satin dark gray, and then it has the laminate over top that gives it this kind of rainbow transition effect. But super cool project to end the year on. So yeah, if you guys have requests for 2023, make sure to put them in the comments and definitely look at them. But I hope you guys enjoyed the content this year. We put out a lot of how-to content, a lot of time lapses, did a lot of wraps. It's been a super busy year. We wrapped 40 something Teslas this year. That basically took up the whole year. So I really enjoy doing this for you guys. I hope you've benefited from it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Otherwise, let me know if you have any questions or requests in the comments. Make sure to answer all of them. Money shot. Happy holidays, everyone.